All right, we're to the Box Angels questions.
Oh, great.
I know. Why don't you like talking about yourself? What is that about?
I don't know.
Is that the shyness?
No, it's the... I don't know if anyone is that interesting. Any human. So that's more my philosophy of like, I think we're all just kind of walking pieces of garbage, myself included. So.
Do you write philosophy? Have you ever thought about penning sort of essays and stuff?
No,
about
the stuff I write now, I kind of...
I love your philosophy on children, for example.
My philosophy on children, my wife has had to tell me not to bring up in public. Because of alienating people who have children.
I wasn't gonna have you bring it up, but I'm saying you have a lot of
I do have a
insightful
specific philosophy that no human should reproduce because there is no reason that the human race needs to perpetuate itself. And I think the burden of proof lies on anybody who feels a need to create someone when there's so many people who could be adopted. Why would you not care for something that is in desperate need of care? What kind of hubris and ego does it take to make another person? How good do you think you are?
I totally agree. I feel like it's complete narcissism. More so in the overpopulation sense because
certainly.
In the last 50 years, this world has tripled.
Yeah.
And there's only so much corn that can go around. Favorite thing you've done in life? What's your favorite thing you've done in life?
My favorite thing I've done.
One more time. What's the favorite thing you've done in life?
I mean, these are huge questions.
I know. These are... picture me as that short guy with the... What's his name from Actor Studio? James Lipton?
James Lipton. Is he short?
The favorite thing you've done.
I would say learning about what it is to be a human being over the course of being married to my wife. So digging into what
you
human
say
relations
you're not funny.
That's what I mean. Do you want a specific event?
No, that was great. I mean,
there's nothing more ongoing, fulfilling, and frustrating than trying to understand existence than through how you relate to another human being who has, for better or for worse, decided to bind their life to you.
Listen, that was beautiful. And if this podcast has a theme, it's that beauty. I'm being honest.
I think it's the 12% stuff.
That fed into the philosophy sort of angle of this entire thing, and that was a great answer. Nobody's ever answered. Most people are like, "Oh, I went to Europe," and you're like, "I give my life through a ring and a bond."
No,
you're
making it so much more sacrosanct. I mean, it's just this. It's this weird, unnatural experiment that my wife and I, that any married couple is entered into, that doesn't make any sense. It's unnatural, and yet it's so much is to be gained from it. Go ahead. Which is the same reason people tell me to have children, but to them, I think they just want other people to share in their misery.
Are you a religious person still?
This is going to sound awful. I will say this, that I much of the time ascribe to, I hope to ascribe to Wittgenstein's belief that the concept of God...
You can stop there. I don't need it.
The concept of God is so large, necessarily, so beyond us, that we cannot find words that fully encapsulate it. So to discuss it is even a shortcoming.
It's futile.
Yes. That said, I come across as as an atheist, and I think that also takes a tremendous amount of hubris. And ultimately, all I want is to be proven wrong, and for someone to come and go, "Hey, there is more to this." When ultimately, all I feel is that there is nothing more. This bullshit is all there is.
What was his name?
Wittgenstein.
But doesn't that lend itself sort of to like we're around it constantly, like the aura of everybody, like sort of the being nice to everybody? I don't think God is that sort of omnipresent.
But even those words like omnipresent, that.
But like, okay, so in a more sort of pop culture way, what if God was one of us type of thing? Like, who's to say you're not God? Who's to say I'm not God? Like, we're all godly.
Sure, but that doesn't give purpose to life.
No, but it does feed into sort of do unto others as you would unto yourself.
Sure, I think there's value to be gained from the tenets of most major religions. There's nothing wrong with being nice to people, as we should. This world is a shit show. The best you can do is try to make it a little bit nicer for someone else.
Right.
That's I hope we all live towards that. That's not religion. That's just an awareness of this is awful.
But one could argue it's a religion. I mean, one could argue...
I guess I'm not looking for the semantics of religion. I'm looking for the definitive end of a something beyond this.
And at this point, you don't think there's anything there?
God, I really, really hope so.
there is.
But I don't know what, and even to search for it feels
tough, dirty.
I don't know what it would take, what that would even look like for someone to say, yes, there is more. All the value we create is it's just that we create it. And that feels ultimately very unsatisfying.
Yeah.
My therapist said to me the other day, I quote, "God damn, you're such a nihilist." My therapist said that to me. So I don't know. It's
Hilarious.
Yeah.